Clean them out. Down and quiet.
Hey, welcome to glorious episode number 5 of the RCRC podcast. What is up, J-Dog?
I am not prepared.
All right, so for those of you guys who don't know, Jason has to deal with me, and I have ADD, and that is my excuse for always being ill-prepared and last minute. So I reminded Jason this afternoon. It was Tuesday, and then about 10 minutes ago, I got online. So everything that happens on this podcast that is not planned and scripted is because of me, and that's because I'm ill-prepared. So,
and that also depends on what your definition of this afternoon is, because it may have been this evening. So
afternoon is any time after 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So
are we streaming to Facebook and YouTube right now?
So we should be on Facebook and YouTube. So actually, let's do that. Let's go and get the shares going. So go on Facebook, at least the two of us, and because we don't have any followers or watchers yet. This is why I think all the other, we have one. Maybe that's you. This is why all the other podcasts jibber jabber for like 10 minutes so they can get the watchers up. But that's not us. We're being real. We're just going right from the cup. Let's see in the comments who's here. Anthony, the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Anthony Donnelly is in the house.
It's getting real.
Yeah. Well, we can end the podcast. Anthony's been on, and we've done what we've achieved. We've done what we came to do.
We made it somewhere.
There you go. Anthony, why don't you share this out so we can get both of our friends on online. So let's see here. We need to go to Truth Motorsports. There we go. And share.
Let me see what I can do. Let's see what kind of interest I can help drum up.
Oh yeah, this will be the test. All right. So I shared mine, and then we'll see. Nope.
Yes.
Nobody joined because of me. So you have to go on and share, and then everybody that joins after you share, you will get credit for. How about that?
All right, here we go. Ooh, I got 9 notifications. What are we doing?
Oh, we have 2. Who's in the house? Who joins us? Oh, no, that's probably you. Or that's me.
Share.
Down at the bottom. You have to go to Truth Motorsports and then hit share. So I guess I can't tell. Nope. Oh, yeah, we got one on Facebook, one on YouTube. YouTube is Anthony. So, all right. Anyway, let us get right into it. So we will. Oh, there we go. Ryan Bosch is in the house. What's up, Ryan? Did you get that truck rolling yet? Looking forward to seeing that raffle winner, Ryan Boscher, out there with the S-Works S35 T2.
The electric one, right?
Yep. He built the electric truck. One day he'll
do
it.
That is a solid truck.
I agree. I'm a fan. The thing is the truck is just so easy to drive. I didn't touch it for a month, the e-truck, and then
so easy to drive.
And then threw it on the track at. He broke his wing. We got wings in the trailer.
Yeah, if you beat Adrenaline, I got a wing for you.
Yep. Coming to Adrenaline. That'll be in our upcoming races section. Cheers with the Diet Pepsi.
Oh, I got the real sugar Pepsi.
Pepsi and Pepsi Light. That's Pepsilode Ultra. That's what this is. Yeah. So Ryan said he might be at Adrenaline this weekend. So yeah, if you Ryan, if you don't mind, share this out on your Facebook page. See if we can drum up some more business on the old podcast. And let's see, let's jump right into it. So let's our topics today. We are going to talk about the 2 races that happened since the last time we were on, and then we've got a there we go. Rick Blunt's in the house.
Well, how many Rick Blunts are there? There's so many Rick Blunt profiles. Which one is it? This is one of the imposters, I think.
Mr. Pro Mag Brake in the house. Pink body, Mag Brake Nitro driver. There you go. You got all the shout outs in there. Are you running the Sparko? Is that right, Rick?
Oh, is he running it this weekend? That's a good question.
He's running the Nitro's a Sparko, right?
No, his Nitro's a Techno.
Oh, it's the electric is the he's a unicorn.
Unicorn. Yeah.
So fill us in, Rick. Is your electric the Sparko and the Nitro is a Techno? Is that how it is? Nitro is a Techno. There you go. All right. So let's see. We got race recap from the Tilt Yard. Little some podium action this weekend, and yeah, we got it right. Sparko's electric. You're going to bring this? Are you putting the Sparko down this weekend, Rick? Is it getting its race time in?
It should be a big enough event.
Yeah, plenty of time. So, all right, contemplating it. All right. The unicorn might come out. So we had a Tilt Yard 2 weeks ago, and then last weekend, Jason did not race. Not going to say the words that we use to describe him because Dave and I were racing down in North Carolina, and Jason was at home doing his hair and laundry, and
watering the grass in this drought. We haven't had rain for a while.
Hey, don't be saying that.
It's hot.
Yeah, but we're good. We're good.
There's no chance of rain this weekend, no matter what I say.
Okay, well, we'll see. All right. So, yeah, we went down to Lumberton, North Carolina, Days of Thunder last weekend. We'll talk about that. And then we have a special new product showcase. Just got a delivery today at the Truth Motorsports compound here in Culpeper, Virginia.
No HQ.
Yep. No, HQ is the RV.
Oh.
This is the compound. This is the farm. Truth Motorsports farm. How about that?
That's tire teaser right there.
We have chickens. Let's see. New product showcase. Might talk about some other products because we don't have that many races to talk about. And then Short Bus, that's his name. He's he owns a short bus. He's legitimately owns a short bus, so he can say that. But let's see.
We can do a little Q&A at the end, maybe too.
Yeah, maybe we'll do that. What we need to figure out is how to do a live call-in. Wonder how we do that. That'd be kind of cool to figure out.
We go old school, just make a phone call on speakerphone.
Yeah, I think that's been tried and it doesn't work as well. But maybe we'll figure out something. We'll
do a FaceTime.
Yeah, I wonder if we could do a FaceTime. We might have to try that tonight. Whoever's watching, who's got FaceTime that's down for trying that out? Anthony, you got an iPhone?
No, he doesn't.
He's an Android guy.
He's one of those other guys. I don't know. Yeah.
He's Dave Lastella.
Yeah, he can.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll figure that out. We'll try that out. Let's jump right into it. So Tilt Yard, give us the race recap. Tell us what all went down.
So it's the first race of the year for Tilt Yard.
Second.
Oh, I guess they did have a race.
Yeah, they had a kick.
Okay. Technically, it was the second get together there. Actually, those Northern Lights looked really nice there.
Yeah.
Anyway, this was the first big. I think he called this the season opener, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, it was a good weekend. Weather was great all weekend. Track was great. Turnout was pretty good. The racing was good. It's weird that track. It's I've noticed it at Rusty's a lot. As the day goes on, your tire choice might change, and that could be the tread pattern or the compound. But at Rusty's, I've really noticed that difference between morning, day, and night. But at Tilt Yard, I think it started off a little moist and dried out a little bit, and there wasn't a drastic difference, I guess, from watering, but the track was fun. I think the changes he made this year are really fun changes. It's fast, but it's also tricky. So buggy, especially, again, kind of like Rusty's, like it's technical, and it's fun with truck and tricky with buggy. Yeah. So,
but still very doable, very raceable. I think that last year there were some things that were kind of challenges. Like, you had to really get it to, you had to really get a few spots pretty perfect, to get it done. But I don't know if he changed the face on the triple or if I just got a little, better at driving.
It's easier this year.
It's much easier to land this year to triple it.
And then once you go around the next corner, going up that hill is a lot easier without that jump there too.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm a big fan.
And there's still 30-second lap times, give or take. So
yeah, still tons of elevation. Still tons of if you overdrive the track, it will absolutely bite you. And don't go off on the back.
Don't go off the track.
Don't go off the track in the back, because the marshal might just say, I can't get you. I can't reach it. You may have to go marshal yourself.
You may have to get off the driver's stand and go marshal yourself. So don't go off the back of the track. So overall, it was a great weekend. It was a little bit smaller turnout. It was a pretty good turnout, a little bit smaller. So we did ride out Saturday. We got 4 qualifiers in on Saturday, which was really cool. And especially for people like Colton. Colton struggled with e-buggy, and so he had time to work on it and get it going, and he really did get it together for the main. Shout out to Colton. He got the win for nitro and electric buggy. Good job, dude. And the track was great. The people were great. It was a great weekend. Weather was great. So for the racing, I want to say we had almost like 10 heats or so.
Probably close to it, if not.
Yeah. So getting down to the racing, I myself just raced nitro buggy and nitro truggy, and had a couple okay qualifiers. I think I had better qualifiers with the truck than the buggy, and in the main, Dave and I had a really good nitro buggy race, and it came right down to the very. I mean, what were we? Maybe 10 feet from the finish line. I don't know where the.
Oh, not even 10 feet. 2 feet.
Yeah. He got the pass on me right at the very end, but we both got the bump to the A, so that was cool. And then for truck, Saunders, man, Saunders had like a runaway and a couple other issues, and he was out front leading the pack with nitro truck and ended up losing it. So what was the guy's name? Tanner, I think his name was, took the win. And I was not far from him at the beginning, but he took off, man. He found a groove and just went with it and didn't stop. And I think Johnny DeSanti was in second place. I think I was like 8 seconds back from him, but I wasn't close enough to see him, that's for sure. But anyway, there was some good nitro racing going on. I didn't really catch a lot of the electrics. How'd your runs go, Tiny?
Golly, can't even remember that far. It's been so long ago. The truck felt fast, felt good, felt really hooked up without even touching it. I mean, there's fast dudes there. So I don't remember exactly where I finished. Okay, so I finished 10th. And let's see, but it felt good. The nitro buggy, I only ran electric truck because my nitro, I found a broken A block when I was doing my diffs in my electric buggy, which is why I ran the electric truck. So I ran e-truck, nitro buggy, and nitro truck, and broke in the new Ultimate MXR for the weekend, and it got to be running pretty good. My truck was lean all weekend. I was chasing the tune in the truck. Never can get both of them running at the same time, right? I'm learning though. I'm getting there. So, so it wasn't super fast, but I had fun. A lot of fast guys there, and so had a lot of fun. That's really all I'm looking for. Having fun, hanging out, racing toy cars. So, but it was a ton of fun. But definitely a lot of fast guys there and a lot of pace. So
there's a ton of really good photos on Homer's page.
Oh, for sure.
So check them out if you haven't seen them. Those photographers did a good job.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Well, we will the next weekend of that. We all skipped racing. I don't think there was much going on the 8th.
No.
So we all took some time. My son and my oldest son Preston and I went up to Caros Resort, which is the ATV resort, about 45 minutes west of Blacksburg. And like right on the West Virginia line. If you turn right at the bottom of the hill when you're leaving, 100 yards are in West Virginia. So so we did that, and that was a ton of fun. I think the website that said they had like 1,500 acres or something like that. It's all mountain and RV park at the top of the hill. So if you got ATVs, four wheelers, there's single track, there's side by side trails, blues, greens, blues, and blacks. If you got any of that stuff, it's definitely a cool place to go hang out. It's Kairos, I believe is how you spell it, but resort in Virginia. Then the following week, Jason was doing more laundry and washing his hair, and so I went down to Lumberton, North Carolina, Days of Thunder. What's Austin's last name? Do you know?
Seavey? I don't know if I'm saying that right.
Yeah. So new track down in North Carolina off of pretty close to 95. It's probably 10, 15 minutes from 95. And big open area, plenty of parking. It is sandy, so you have to be careful. I got the RV stuck when I got there. Had to disconnect my trailer and come at the trailer from another angle when I was turning around, getting ready to park. But Dave came down with his trailer, and we raced down there. Ryan Rand was down there and pretty much dominated the weekend. He ran 4 classes and podiumed he podiumed all of them, and he won some of them. So pretty. There was a lot of fast guys down there too. A lot of the I say a lot. There was a handful of the World of RC guys down there. Techno Savage is down there. Gary Banks is down there. So that's a pretty cool place. They definitely did a lot of work on that track, and they started sugaring 2 weeks ago. This is their third race. So this was a TSOC, so 2 states, 1 champion. So it's a number of tracks in the Carolinas. So some of the tracks are in South Carolina, some are in North Carolina. So World of RC is a stop. Days of Thunder is a stop. And definitely cool. It's the typical Connex box with covered driver stand on top, and so very, very nice start to a facility. Tons of parking all the way around it. You can park 360 around it. I don't know that they provide any power. We all ran generators, and I think everybody was running generators. So I don't know if there is any power there that you can use, but I would definitely keep that in mind if you're heading down. It was hot. It was really hot. There is no shade except for the driver's stand. And I'm pretty sure that when it came to like the second round of qualifiers, I was like race marshal. And it was, I'd get in the driver's stand and then the clouds would come over while I was in the shade. And then I'd go out to marshal and the clouds would go away. And so that happened 2 times in a row. Like it was overcast whenever I was in the driver's stand. And then I'd get out to the track and then the sun be beating down on me. I'm like, what in the world did I do wrong? So, but yeah, it's a pretty cool track. It's got some challenges. It's definitely another place. It's real flat or outside the track. So if you go off, it's not as bad as Tilt Yard, but it definitely will ruin your day because there's nothing to stop you. So if you jump off some of these big jumps, your car will just go and you can't see it. Like the car completely disappears. So you have to just park it until somebody realizes you're off the track and goes and gets you. So it's definitely keep the shiny side up and don't get marshaled because otherwise you can get yourself into trouble. But some big.
Anthony just texted me. He said that's a tiny problem.
So, but yeah, there's it was cool. And let's see. I didn't really do anything worth, and actually Dave had a lot of struggles. He had tires coming unglued all weekend. He had tons of pace though. They did what's called a ladder main. And essentially, so this was for the electric buggies and the nitro buggies. It's what they do at nationals apparently. And it was regular IFMAR qualifying. So it's like I think that means your top laps in time is your qualifier. And then they only ran 2 qualifiers for the ladder main classes, which was just electric buggy, open, and nitro buggy. So we got 2 10-minute qualifiers, which was pretty cool. And then you did a semifinal. Your third qualifier was, instead of a qualifier, it was a main. So it was a semifinal, and the top 6 from each semifinal made it to the final, or the A main. So if you were a top guy and you got into the A main, you got for electric, you got 40 minutes of run time, not including practice. And in nitro, you got in the main, I think they ran 30 minutes. So it would have been 10, would have been 35 plus 30. So you got an hour and 5 minutes of track time for the A main nitro guys. So the top 12 nitro drivers potentially had an hour and 5 minutes of track time. So it was cool. Only downside to it is that it wasn't a huge turnout. So to get enough people for the ladder main, they basically combined all of the nitro classes. So instead of having like they call it sportsman in North Carolina, we call it open in Virginia. Instead of having open and pro, or open and expert, or sportsman and expert, I can't remember who calls what, but instead of having that, they ran everybody together. So, the fact that I was in the same main with Ryan Rand tells you something about how diverse the class was, because I want to say 5 seconds off of Ryan's pace. I think they were running 20. I think somebody clipped the 25.9 or 20, 25.9, and my fastest heater of the weekend was a 31.5. So definitely some disparity in pace. So other than that, it was pretty cool. If it would have been a bigger race and there would have been enough, for two different classes, and the experts or pros could be in their own and the sportsmen or open could be in theirs, I think it would have been pretty cool, because definitely a lot of track time.
I wonder how that works if you had a deeper field. So if, instead of just an A and a B main, let's say, if there were enough entries to do A, B, C, and D mains,
yep.
How would that ladder work? There would be it wouldn't be a semifinal, but there would be a quarterfinal.
Yep. It's just like, if you ever played, like baseball or basketball or anything like that, where you're in a tournament and if you have 4 teams, you have a quarterfinal, and then the winner of that plays in the semifinal, and then the semifinal goes to the finals, just like the basketball brackets, like for March Madness. So if you would have had, say, 48 drivers, you would have had 4 races of 12, and then the top 6 from all 4 of those races would have went into the semis, and then the top 6 of all of each of those would have went into the finals. And the way that they seed them is, you hear that?
Yeah.
Okay. So the way that they seed them is for hours, there was only a final, 2. So there was, you took your qualifiers and say you go all the way from 1 to 24. I think there was actually 25, but say you go to 1 to 24, the number 1 qualifier was in the odd race. Then the number 2 was in the even race. The number 3 was in the odd race. So down your qualifying list, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, all the way down through the odds is in one qualifier. And then 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 is in the other qualifiers. So essentially what it does is your 2 fastest drivers are in different races, right? And then that way the class basically gets separated into 2 equal races, right? And then you have to race yourself into the A main, right? So so if you were to, I'm assuming that if you have 48 drivers, it would be number 1 goes into a race, number 2 goes into a different race, number 3 goes into a different one, then 4. Then you'd start back in with 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and you would seed the race that way. So that basically you distribute the drivers out. So
you could still bump your way up.
Yeah, it's actually everybody bumps their way up. Nobody gets directly into the A. You have to race your way into the next round.
Everybody has to bump there. Even the A main guys are in the quarterfinals or semifinals. It's only the top guys that actually make it to the top of the ladder.
Correct. So the deeper the field, I think the better the racing, because your 1, 2, 3, and 4 drivers would all be in different races. So your quote unquote slower drivers would have their way. And you got to finish the 10 minutes, or in a nitro, you had to finish 15 minutes. So, there's a chance that something goes wrong. You flame out. Then somebody in the A main flames out, that who would have the pace to be in the A main flames out. Now he doesn't make the A main. So it's definitely a different thing. I think it would have been cooler if there were more people in it.
Well, that's really cool. I'm glad they introduced that.
Yeah.
Whether that was just the track or if it was the series as a whole, either way.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if anybody's on here is a TSOC driver. If they do that for all the races. This was race number 2. So we'll see if that's the case. But yeah, it was definitely different, and tons of track time. The track was open from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. the night before, so that was kind of cool. Lots of practice, and for me, that's really the only way that a single day club race that's not super local for me is worth it, because I can't drive 5 hours for a single day race, But if you get a full day of practice the day before, totally worth it, because I go down Thursday night and then take Friday off, run Friday and Saturday. So
what do you think about the 10-minute qualifiers? That's not normal either.
Yeah, that was also cool, because for me, a 5 or a 6 or an 8-minute qualifier, sometimes you don't get really a chance to get in a groove. And, a 10-minute gets you a lot better chance to recover from one bad lap. If you do get marshaled, and you have a 5-second too long lap, if you got 10 minutes to make up from that, you can recover. And there's a lot more of a chance that somebody else is going to have a bad lap. So I definitely think that there's a value to that. I mean, to be perfectly honest, I would rather have two 10-minute qualifiers than 3 6-minute qualifiers that I've had at some places. I mean, obviously you get 2 more minutes of qualifying, but I just feel like the 2 10-minute qualifiers are more valuable to me, as far as kind of, especially on a newer track, but I'm sure there's arguments to be made for either side, but
sure.
If you break out, then you only get 1 qualifier. I did that too. So I had some fun with the nitro buggy. The banjo loosened up on the, so it was spitting fuel everywhere. And then got that tightened up, sent it back out on the track, flamed out again, and brought it back in, fired it up, still spitting fuel everywhere. There was the fuel line right below the banjo was cut in half. So pinched that off with my thumbnail and shoved it back on there, and got 2 minutes of a 10-minute qualifier. So, but it's how it works sometimes.
So it was hot. Did you see any struggles from either batteries dumping or motors or ESCs getting hot? Did anybody have troubles making it the full 10 minutes, whether it was the qualifier or the main?
There was obviously people who didn't make it through the races, so I don't know if that was the reason. It's hard to say if it was that, or I don't know of anybody specifically that had thermal issues. Dave and I were both running the new fans and the carbon fiber fan mounts that we had, that I just got in for the S-Works. And so that I was thankful to have those for it being so hot. But we were definitely, I was definitely on mediums all weekend. Dave tried to run blues and it did not go well for him. He destroyed those tires, and they just didn't have enough. So definitely A2/medium /F3 type weather. But it was interesting because the grip changed drastically from groove to no groove. I don't know how often they were blowing. I do think that they were blowing them in between rounds, but yeah, definitely later in the round, if you got outside of the groove, you would have wanted to be on a more spread out pin, because inside the groove was blue groove and outside the groove was really dusty. So I probably should have went to a spread out pin because I couldn't stay in the groove, being a sportsman and all,
Might have to bust out the Arby's meats.
I don't know that it's Supercross tire time, but
well, it's about to be.
So, but yeah, it was a lot of fun though. So
that's cool. New track, new venue, new series, new rules.
Yeah. So should we bust out the unboxing? Should we go to the
let's talk about some upcoming races first, and then we can do some unboxing, do some Q&A, and close it out.
Sounds good.
So this weekend, we've got the second round of the VCS series at Adrenaline. Should be a great race. Should be a great turnout. I'm excited to see how many people show up for that. VCS was a pretty good success last year, and even after the first one got rained out, even at the makeup date at Powerline, there's a pretty good crowd.
Yeah.
So, what's up? Alicia's here.
Yeah.
I'm real pumped for this one. There should be some good competition. So that's this weekend, Saturday, and then next weekend is the third VCS round down at Tilt Yard. So I'm also pumped for that one.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think we're going to be there. I think Jason and I are going to be there on Friday, get some practice laps in, and then might do a little. If Homer's down, we might do a little practice on Sunday. May stick around and do a little extended yarding, after VCS.
What do you have going on after? So that's going to wrap up the month of June. What's on the agenda for July?
We got Pro-Am's
on the 13th and 14th.
Yeah, let's see. Pro-Am. Let's look at July.
Right in the middle of July.
Pro-Am is the 11th through the 14th.
Okay.
And then I think technically it's the 12th, but I've got it on my calendar because we leave the night before typically. Yeah, and then Pete's is the 20th. So we'll be down at Pete's. Then we got Wicked Weekend is the 25th, 26th, 27th, and 28th. And then the the 3rd and 4th is Tilt Yard again. That is Tilted Worlds. August. That's August. And unfortunately, I did not consult my calendar very well and scheduled a family vacation on the same weekend as Tilted Worlds.
Let's see if maybe World of RC has a race before the Pro-Am.
That's July 4th weekend.
Yeah, if they have a race, it'll be fireworks.
Yeah.
LCRC. I think there is an LCRC race at the that's probably when Pete's is going on. Is that right? For VCS?
So LCRC weekend, I don't know in July. But I believe we are planning on going up for Mugen Challenge, at least some of us. So that's in August, the 23rd and 24th, 25th. So that'll be the next time I am up at LCRC, and I think Dave's going to try to get up there. But yeah, there is another race before Mugen, but I don't have it on my calendar because there's a VCS conflict. And I don't think it's Wicked. It's got to be the 20th. So the LCRC is also this weekend, but Party Rock is this weekend, but we'll be up at Adrenaline. So
they've probably got one in August too, right?
August is Mugen.
Okay.
Yeah. And then all the way out to September, you got Tilt Yard again on the 7th and 8th. Then you got VCS the 21st. And then Georgia Peach is the 27th, 28th, 29th.
Oh, nice.
You got Adrenaline's Invitational. And then you got VCS Championship at the Tilt Yard on the that's in October. So be busy.
So we got 2 back-to-back VCS coming up.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna be. Some of us will be at the Mugen, Alicio. I don't know exactly. I think Dave's gonna try to make it. Jay's gonna decide. Yeah, what date's the Backyard Nats at Powerline, Chris? I will
I thought that's normally later in the year.
Yeah.
October timeframe, maybe.
I know there's a number of Powerline guys on here. I know they can throw that out there. Let's see here. See if I can get an answer to that quickly.
Yeah, I'm looking right now. August, okay, late summer.
Yeah, something like that. Let's see here. Powerline. Let's see. July 27th. That's the weekend of Wicked is the Nitro Showdown. Backyard Nats is the 24th and 25th. So that's the same weekend as Mugen. So I think it looks like their whole calendar. So no, where's the rest of it? Oh, there it is. September 28th, Fall Hall. Oktoberfest is October 19th. The Wild Turkey is November 2nd. So that's the full power line. Oh, snap. Alicio says his truggy caught fire at Adrenaline. That's no good. Man, it was a hard weekend on Nitro, sounds like.
Yeah, I heard John Sherrill has some troubles too.
Yeah. That's a bummer.
Must be talking about electric. Huh?
Wire, what? No, it says Wire got caught in the spur gear. I guess that was his receiver pack.
There's no way.
That's no bueno. Well, if his receiver pack got caught in the spur gear and it shorted out, heated up the receiver pack, that would do it. So, all right. So we good. Now we good to do the new product showcase.
Hold on, let me check my notes. Yeah, let's go.
I have to check permission. All right, guys. This moment that we have all been waiting for got delivered today, and we're going to do a live unboxing of the new
new computer.
Noble Pro Plus. The new Fly Sky is in the house. And thankfully, there is no seals on the box. Bryce is in the house. Yeah, he said it was the receiver pack. So
that's crazy. I don't know how that thing hopped out and landed on the spur gear. Whew.
Fire.
You got to strap that thing down.
Yeah. So here is the new Fly Sky Noble Pro Plus. So it comes with this fancy, completely real, not fake carbon fiber, or it's stickers that look like carbon fiber.
Looks like CGI. This is fake.
Yeah. So inside of the case is.
You got to turn it around. Show us.
Oh. So it comes with this really cool padded case with all the accessories. So it's got a wireless charger, puck. This is the base. So I'll talk about the two different batteries in a second, but here's the base that snaps onto the bottom. It comes with a receiver in here, comes with the manual, etc. It comes with an extra wheel and an extra foam. These are super cool wheels. They're like, really well done.
Are they the same size wheel, or is one bigger than the other?
Looks like, yeah, it looks like this one is, I can't tell.
About the same. Okay.
It might be bigger. It's hard to say. If it is bigger, it's not vastly bigger. But yeah, so cool part about this radio for me is the battery. Oh, I want to show this too. So this aluminum case on the Pro is actually something you have to buy for the 4 Plus. So it's the same exact design, but it's included. So that's $30 that you don't have to buy on Amazon. And it's all aluminum. It's got 4 screws on the corners. This is the phone mount. I'm not really sure what you would want to have your phone. Maybe you're watching like how-to videos, how to drive an RC car, but this can be removed. The wheel tilts and moves, and it's fairly stiff, so you don't have to worry about it like moving while you're driving. But all your controls here for your switches and stuff are here. These are 4-way switches, TR1 and TR2, and then these are push button switches for like 2-position or 1-position switches.
So the wheel doesn't lock into place; it just has a lot of resistance to move it.
Right. And the cool thing is it goes left and right. So if you're left-handed, you do not have to drive all wonky. You can actually turn this into a left-handed remote by turning this over here. Comes with different triggers. Everything's adjustable. It's got all these different switches. You've got resistors here and here for 2 different things that you can use for adjustments that you can hit. You could get to very easily with your thumb. So lots of stuff. And there's actually when you put this back in the case, you do flatten it back out. But there's indicators here, so you can figure out wherever you like it. You can know your degrees. You know what I mean? And then, that I don't know, Alicio. We'll look and see about the splash proof, waterproof. I don't think they are because the opening, everything's open in the, the plugins, like the regular receivers. So your receiver case would have to be splash proof, waterproof.
I don't know. I don't know where Alicio's racing, but man, going through fire and water and everything.
So the other cool thing is these do comes with screen protectors, and they come with an extra. So it's got this screen protector, cover, so that you remove that whenever you get a new one. So to the batteries, there is a battery inside the case here. LiPo battery here in the case. There's also, this is actually a power bank. So if you see, there's a USB and a USB-C on the back. So USB-C is for charging, and then the USB is you can charge another device from this. It's just a regular power bank. So you can charge your GoPro, you can charge your iPhone, Android for Anthony, Dave Lastella. And this is also wireless charging capable. So when you get back to your pit area, you have your little wireless charging base plugged into your battery charger. You set that there on your pit station. You just plop your remote right on top of it, and it charges while you're not racing. So no reason to not have a charged battery. But the cool thing is if you do forget to charge your battery, what happens is the batteries are connected together, but they're not ganged together. So they are potentially independent of each other. The receiver battery runs, and then whenever you need to charge your receiver battery, so for instance, if say some guy named Tiny was walking up to the stand and he looked down and his transmitter battery light was flashing like it's about to die, all you have to do is on the back of the battery on the bottom, push the button to turn it on, which is right here. When you push that button on the back, it turns the power bank on and it starts charging your radio. So at Adrenaline, the first week that I used it, I walked up with a completely dead battery light blinking transmitter for a qualifier, turned the power bank on, and not only did it charge the battery, it let me run the race, but when I got off the stand, the radio was fully charged. So during that 8-minute qualifier, it charged the whole battery, and I ran the car. So yeah, definitely really cool for those of us who are bad at remembering to charge stuff.
Yeah, I heard they started doing that because, a lot of the pros are going to this radio now. Yeah. Because, if JQ's on the stand with you, you're in danger. So you got to have a backup.
Yeah. he mentioned that in our last live. He was talking about it's harder now to JQ somebody on the driver's stand because you have to like hold the power button to turn it off. It's not like a switch that you can just turn off like the old radios. So if you don't know, JQ got kicked out of a race, I believe, for turning somebody's radio off on the driver's stand during a race. JQ doing JQ things. So, but that's the new Noble Plus. So the question for Anthony, it is, let me check myself before I make the wrong. I'm pretty sure they're $520, but I need to make sure that I don't lie. I just got them today, so they're not even in inventory yet. So they are $520 for the Noble Pro. Comes with everything you saw. Comes with one receiver, and the receivers are $32 for 4-channel receiver, and they're all micro receivers. So they are really small receivers. So they fit really nice and with plenty of room for, in your receiver box. If you're putting your what do you call it, your transponder and all that stuff in there, you got plenty of room in your receiver box for all of that stuff because it's a micro receiver, micro 4-channel. So they all are antennaed. So they're like in the Futaba world, they would be the not -E version. So the -E version has the wireless antenna. The E version, like for Nitro, or the not -E version is for Nitro with an actual with an antenna. So yeah, so I don't know on the receiver question. There might be a receiver that works with it that is splash proof, waterproof, like for those who want to run that and don't use the waterproof receiver case. I can check into that and see. I don't want to shoot off the cuff and say, yeah, definitely that they have one, but there's a lot of FlySky does a lot in the not racing world as well. So for those who are not ready to drop, I guess that'd be like half a stack. It's $500, half a stack. On a radio, there is the MB4 Plus, which also comes with a receiver. Similar features. The battery setup is the same. You have to buy your own protector for the edge, the aluminum, but it's $299. So it's that's what I'm running right now. The thing I definitely noticed between the old Noble and the new Noble Plus is the weight. There's a lot more heft to the radio, so it feels more substantial in your hand, which I like. I drove somebody else's old Noble, and it was too light. He also went with I think it's like a 5 times brighter screen because there was complaints about the old screen being too dark to see in the sunlight. So definitely a much brighter screen. So, but yeah, I've got 5 of these in stock. First come, first serve, $520. And then if you want the Noble 4 Plus, I can have one of those in about 2 days. If you want to get one of those, they are $299. And if you want to check it out and you're at the track, come over and check it out. I've got mine, like I say, I use. The feel of the radio is exactly the same between the Pro Plus and the Pro and the 4 Plus. The 4 Plus does not have the phone mount on the front, but I don't really foresee anybody leaving that on that's racing. It might be cool if you're, running a GoPro or something in your car and you want to see what it sees. That could be something cool. But yeah, I mean, I'm sure Jason will figure out some way to get like all kind of information from his car and put it on a phone and, so, but, all right. So we've got 5 minutes left. Let's open it up for some Q&A. We've been answering questions the whole podcast, but What questions you guys have? Somebody's blowing up my phone. Don't know if text messages or what.
Yeah, we can hear it.
I know it's going crazy. I'll turn this off. All right, here we go. Oh, all right. We got a congratulations in order. I just figured out he was blowing my phone up. I asked Chris McBrayer how Baby Watch 2024 was going, and they just went home with their new baby.
Oh, wow.
I'm not going to put any more pictures than that because some people don't want pictures of their kids on the internet. So here we go. Question.
Is it boy or girl?
I don't know. Here's what I get. Both wifey and baby were released from hospital. I got a picture and looks just like me.
Congratulations, Chris.
I'm pretty sure it's a boy, but I'm sure I will.
You probably had a long weekend.
Yeah. So they had a new one this weekend. So Alicio got a question here with Nitro Lux compared to VP. So I've never run VP. Jason only runs VP. Personally, this might just be a perception on my side, but I believe when I start my car and when I pit for Jason, VP burns my nose and my eyes. So the reason I started running Nitro Lux was because my wife did not like the smell of nitro. And so she was going to be pitting for me. And so I ran Nitro Lux because it was easier to get than TNR. And it didn't bother me. So I was hoping that it would be easier on her since she pits for me. But I will say this as a little advertisement. Dakota Fend, who just announced a Signature Series MXR from Ultimate, is getting 13 minutes of runtime out of the new MXR and Nitro Lux fuel. So take that for what it's worth, but that is a package that he's running, and I don't know, what's what between Nitro Lux and where all the runtime's coming from, other than the fact that he's really good at, he's got good mechanics and everybody. But 13 minutes is pretty freaking insane out of a nitro, especially driving at his pace. So the other big thing is it's cheaper. I want to say, what's retail on our Nitro Lux? I'll look and see. What's your thoughts, Jason? Having never run Nitro Lux.
It is a 3-port, yeah. I don't run Nitro Lux, but I'll say this. I really like the products from Clinic RC. And I think the owner of Clinic, I think his name is Tony. He's done some extensive testing and really likes the Nitro Lux fuel. I want to try it out. I'm pretty loyal to VP for no real good reason other than I'm just comfortable using it, and that's what I'm using. But I might be able to give you real feedback if there's any difference at all, and if there's not, I'll just tell you that there's not. But I'm going to probably end up trying it out this year.
Yeah, so one of the things that we were talking when Lutz was talking on, if you're a member of, what do you call it? Invisible Speed. We had Jason and I are both members of Invisible Speed. Yeah, that's the big difference, Robert, is that Nitro Lux will be at all the VCS races available in my trailer. So yes, I do sell Nitro Lux. And it is, it's the same price as actually, it may be $2 cheaper, but I think at Adrenaline, VP is $54 and Nitro Lux is $52 in my trailer. So, yeah, so we will have this weekend. I do have a leader that will be on the giveaway table. So you'll have a chance at this weekend to get a liter of Nitrolux and try it out. So the other question, or the other statement that Lutz made was exactly. Rick's a Nitrolux guy. Nitrolux for the glory. So Lutz was talking about a full synthetic nitro, which may be what the Lutz blend is. I'm not 100% sure, but he talked about a full synthetic with no castor oil in it. Runs a little bit, I guess, better, but has a smaller margin for error if you run it lean. I guess castor is a little bit safer. So for me, that helps me too, because I'm still new at tuning, and I need as big a margin for error as I can on the tuning side. So,
I think the Testman blend is synthetic, but I think the Lutz has castor oil in it.
Okay.
I could be wrong. I don't have it.
Yeah, he mentioned, but I don't remember. I don't remember if which is the full synthetic and which has castor in it. But yeah, if you look at the ingredients of your nitro, if it's full synthetic, there's according to Ryan Lutz, a little bit less margin for error in tuning. If you run it lean, it's not as safe on the motor.
I think the Nitrolux is a blend, but I don't know the specifics.
I don't know the exact blend, but it is synthetic and Dino or castor or whatever you call it. What else? What other questions you guys got? We're up to 8 viewers, so we should have 8 questions. We've already had 2. How awesome is Nitrolux, and do you sell it? So the answer is awesome and yes. Got to try out some new Pro Circuit tires this weekend. We got the mediums in stock. So I ran the Kamikazes, and I ran the Hot Dice, and I ran the Addictives. For those of you guys who do I smell like roses? Yes, of course I do. Manly roses, though. So for those of you guys who are not made of moolah and want to save a few bucks and still have a really great product, you cannot beat the price of the Pro Circuit tires. A set of 4 pre-mounts are $48. And because I'm a dealer of I'm not going to trash talk any other prices, but I'll say that other brands are more expensive than that for non-pre-mounted. You have to still buy wheels and glue them yourself for that amount of money. So we got you, Justin. We got you some tires for this weekend. We have Kamikaze mediums. We have some Trigon mediums. I've got truck Trigon mediums. All right. Got Bishop wants a set. We got a set. So come see me at the trailer. I'll be there Friday, probably about noon. And then, so what classes are we running this weekend? It kind of depends for me, Anthony, about how many people show up. I think we talked about it like the first weekend for I ran. What did I run? Actually, let's go back and look, because we're trying to figure out points. We were trying to figure out what.
I think I'm just going to do e-buggy, e-truggy, nitro buggy. And if enough nitro trucks are there to do a race, I'll do nitro truck. But 4 classes for one day is going to be a lot.
It's normal. That's just normal.
It's not abnormal. I don't know. I haven't even made up my mind yet, Anthony. But
all right. So the Virginia Championship Series 1 on May 11th. Was that the right? Is that the reschedule?
Hey, Justin, I've got raw speeds. I've got J concepts. I got AKAs. These pro circuits are awesome, dude. I've ran these, I think, at 2 races, and one of those was Tilt Yard, where we got 4 qualifiers plus the main. I bumped from the B to the A. I mean, I maybe at my skill level, I just can't. I'm not good enough to tell the difference. I don't know. The rubber tires, they're going to wear out. The pro circuits are working good. So I say, you know what? If you need a new set of tires, give them a shot. They're not going to let you down. And I have a tire. Well, I'm sure if Bryce is still here, he might chime in. But I kind of have a tire problem. I got all kinds of tires. But
I got
I'm only using the pro circuits right now. I really am. And I liked the addictives. I already used a set of addictives. They were great for a lot of runtime. These are the Claymores. I really want to see them make a Claymore for the trucks. But I think the Claymore is my go-to tire right now. I want to try out the Kamikazes. But
yeah, I'll be trying them all this weekend at Adrenaline. I'll be trying the Claymores. I'll run the Hot Dice, addictives. I'll probably get there on e-buggy and just do a different tire on each pack and just see what I like, here in practice. But yeah, everything will be running this weekend will be mediums. You'll be chewing anything up that's not mediums this weekend.
Yeah,
it'll be 95, I think. So, it looks like for the first weekend, Jason, I ran nitro buggy, electric truck, and intermediate buggy. So I'm in the same boat as you. So you ran pro e-buggy, nitro buggy, and electric truck.
So I'll throw, especially Alicia, if you're going to be there with your nitro truck.
Oh yeah, I'll throw it down on the
truck and race it, but I'm only going to do that if there's enough trucks.
Yeah. Same here. I'll run the nitro truck if we get enough there. Trying to get that class built up, So yeah.
Well, I know. Okay, so Sean's going to be there again this weekend, and if Alicia's there, me and you were there, that's already 4. So we just need one more. I think we'll be good.
Who was there? Who's there last weekend? That will probably be. Let's see. Last weekend, nitro truck was Steve Batten, Alicio, Alan Hicks, Rob Isaac, John Jimenez, Sean Pitchford, and John Sherrill, which I don't know which car that John blew up motor in. So, all right. I didn't realize that Bishop Bigfoots was Clay. Now I know. So, yeah.
Oh, FPO2.
Yeah.
That sucks. Was that in the main?
That I don't know. No, Truggy. Was in the Truggy, I guess. I don't know if Rusty and them will run the trucks, Justin. They don't run them unless it's a big race because it's too much for them to keep up with for that many classes. Maddie will probably run nitro buggy and nitro buggy and electric buggy. And well, I don't know if she ran electric. Did she run electric truck at
No. She's just doing buggy. I'd like to see Daniel come. I'd like to see Will show up with his. I'd like to see Javon show up with his.
Javon was there this weekend, but I don't know that he runs a nitro truck at the smaller races.
That's true. He probably won't, but that dude can throw down with the nitro truck before the main. That sucks.
Yeah, Maddie did not run electric truck, so. But yeah, so we will get before the next live. We are going to figure out how to do a call in,
like a FaceTime deal.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. I know that some other podcasts do it, so I'll figure out how other podcasts are doing it, and I'll figure it out.
Is anybody watching going to be going to Adrenaline on Friday?
Yeah, anybody coming for Friday?
Ooh,
oh, he hit a
runaway.
Holy smokes. Yeah, that's a good motor.
We had a runaway and we had a wildfire.
Oh, I didn't take my medicine yet. So speaking of runaways, I don't know that you saw the text message I sent you about you being right.
Oh. All right, here we go.
Why don't you go ahead and tell everybody? It'll be better. Just practice. We'll be there.
I don't know the story.
No, just tell me what you think it is.
I know what it is, but go ahead and tell the story. I haven't heard the story.
So
I'm not going to rub it in. I told you. You didn't listen. That's fine.
So there's a big jump going onto the straightaway, an angled double, and landed pretty hard in the nitro truck, and it proceeded to wheelie off the track, full throttle, run away into a dude's pit tent. And I got the truck and I was like, what the heck happened? The battery was fully charged. It's a brand new battery. So opened up the receiver box and sure enough, freaking receiver was unplugged. Receiver battery was unplugged. And Jason told me, I don't remember where, but he's like, you better buy these clips because that receiver pack's going to come unplugged on you. And I was like, there's no way. There's no room in there. There's not enough room for it to come unplugged. I can tell you there is enough room, and it came unplugged. So we get to introduce the newest member of the team. This is Charger. So we have now we have Nitro and Charger. We had to keep it balanced. You know, we have an electric representation for Anthony, who's never going to run Nitro, even though he says he's going to. And then we have Nitro.
You don't have what it takes.
This is our new 8-week-old Australian Shepherd. So now we have 4 dogs, and pretty crazy. Nitro is coming, and yes, I do.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Everybody say what's up to Charger. So we got to figure out his middle name because Nitro's middle name is Methane, and so we got to figure out Charger's middle name. So he is a pistol. He is definitely electric. So I see Jason's wheels turning.
Yeah.
To come up with an extremely inappropriate name for my puppy.
No, I was thinking, well, what's Anthony's nickname? But it's probably Loudmouth. But
it is.
Unless he barks a lot, Loudmouth is probably not a good middle name. So
yeah. Oh, he barks. He is extremely loud. So I might have to middle name him Anthony. Yeah.
Charger A-Town.
Yeah. But yeah, that's all I got. What do you guys got? Any other questions? You said Anthony's a great name. Oh, I just said Anthony's going to be his nickname, and he peed on me. I don't think he wants Anthony.
He didn't like that one.
What's up, buddy?
I got nothing else. I got to get my stuff ready. I know that much, but
I'm tired. I'm tired. Man, 1 hour and 14 minutes. We're only about half as long as No Name RC podcast. So.
Now it's easy to see how they go 4 hours.
Exactly. So, all right, let's set him down. See if he'll pee in the floor.
Yeah, 52 is kind of a big spur.
Yeah.
What clutch bell is it? I don't know the internal diff ratios and stuff on that thing, though. So I guess there's really no way of telling.
All right, don't pee till I get off this podcast.
Seems like a tall gear, but 13? Yeah, it seems bonkers.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, I think we're going to wrap this baby up. We don't got any questions. Oh, he's peeing. Not too late. He just peed in the floor. So, I guess I'll have to hurry out the door. But yeah, if we don't have any more questions, we'll wrap this baby up and we will see you guys at the track.
I got nothing. I got nothing to show off. I got some foams.
All right, guys. Well, we'll be there Friday. Come out and hang out. Do some
Looking forward to it.
Otherwise, we'll see you guys Saturday morning. So we'll see you guys.
Heck, yeah. It's going to be hot. I saw some posts from Bryce and Rick. Bring your water, bring your coolers, bring your canopies, umbrellas. If you got like a misting fan that sprays water on it, bring it. It's going to be hot out there.
Yeah. So, all right. We'll see you guys on Saturday. See you guys.